What's up, everybody? Happy Saturday, and welcome back to the Mr. Investor YouTube channel. Um, got some VeChain news, I guess, for you guys today. A couple things that I saw, and a couple blockchain, crypto, Ethereum things that I saw that I want to cover as well that I think is pretty interesting to cover. But with that being said, let's just jump right into it. So, looking at CoinGecko here, you can see that the market cap is up 4.2%. We've had a bit of a rebound here. If you look over at these charts on the right hand side, you see we had a bottom and now we're on a nice little uptick here in price. So Bitcoin has rebounded to almost 34,000. Ethereum is above the 2K range again at 2150. We have Chainlink over $16 again, and VeChain is over 7 cents. So we were crabbing for a little while, chilling around the 6.5, low 6 mark, maybe upper 5 for a little while for VeChain. Now we finally broke that 7 cent line, and now we're at 7.2 cents. So we're going to see where it goes from here. I'm seeing things about a Bitcoin death cross coming up, but you know how technical analysis is. So I guess we'll just have to see and wait and see what happens here. But the 24-hour volume is at 95.3 billion, and Bitcoin dominance hasn't really changed much, 44.3. Ethereum at 17.5, but the gas fee is extremely low today, or as of right now, 11 Gwei. Looking at the crypto fear and greed index, we're still in extreme fear, regardless of the current or the pump right now. But we're sitting at 22, and yesterday was at 23, so we're still sitting in extreme fear for the last week, day, and month. Heading over to Vechain Stats, we're at 1.135 million accounts with only 2,935 X nodes left. Decent VTHO burn yesterday at 53,975, and we're on pace for a decent burn today at 30,000. So we should crack that six-figure clause mark today. We had a nice 200,000 clause day the other day, and we've had a nice little streak of six-figure days in a row. So love to see the mainnet firing and burning some VTHO. Looking at the auctions here, we have two Thunder X nodes in auction for 75,000, and we have the VThor X auctions have come down a little bit. They were up in the mid upper 30s, now they're in the mid 20s, and the Strength X has come down too, sitting at 20,000. So these are decently priced right now. Thunder X I think is a little expensive, but if you're looking to get into an X node here, this may not be a bad opportunity at these current auction prices. And looking at the last X node events, we had a couple destroyed, and we also had a few upgrades. So, um, pretty cool to see. I like keeping an eye on those things. So let's just jump into some news here. So this is from Eisenreich again, and if you don't follow Eisenreich, you should, because this guy does wonders for the community. He's always researching and finding little tidbits and information here and there. So he is a godsend in this community. But this is talking about the digital COVID certificate, the EU Green Pass, and this came out earlier this month, or the first this month. We covered this. It was the first ENFT to go global on the VeChain blockchain with the COVID certificates being registered on the blockchain. But this also came out recently, and it says San Marino technically ready for connection with the EU Green Pass. Um, and it says, however, rather long terms are expected for the political decision of the European Commission on the equivalence of the San Marino certificate. San Marino is now considered by Brussels as one of the non-EU countries, and then quotations, technically ready for connection with the Green Pass, which came into force on July 1st throughout the European Union, a status in which Switzerland, for example, also finds itself. To complete the process at this point, only the political decision is needed. It depends, explains Christian Ferrari, head of the staff of the Secretariat for Health, on the decision of the European Union, which will have to meet and decide on the fact that San Marino is equivalent to the other states EU in issuing certificates. We were told that political times could indeed be rather long. So I don't know if we've been following the news over the what's going on in Europe, but Italy has forced, or has not forced, they have made mandatory um, COVID passports. Same with France, and I believe there's another country. It might have been Greece, but there's like two or three countries now that are mandatory passports for vaccines, and if they have to have some way to verify and prove it, and I'm assuming since you know San Marino already has a plan or a project or a thing in place for this, that's only going to be adopted as time goes on. And then I did show you guys in this video when we covered this that this was pitched to the World Health Organization and the Russian, some kind of Russian fund. So if they're going to be following guidelines from the World Health Organization, and this was pitched to it, I can only assume that this COVID pass that was passed in San Marino is probably going to be adopted within the EU by maybe another smaller country, or even possibly a bigger country, and it's going to have a domino effect where one country and another country after that will start to adopt the digital COVID certificate green pass. Now, it's not for sure, it's speculation, but one can assume that if another country gets involved in it, that's going to start a domino effect. Next little thing here is that VeChain was cited in this article. The article was 10 ways blockchain is changing the industry, and this is under transportation supply chain. And for example, it says VeChain is an example. This rising star is working hard to completely change the supply chain management process for consumers and retailers. It achieves this through the digitization of assets on the blockchain, which will provide every piece of information about the movement of the product supply chain. So quality and authenticity will not be a problem. This is especially important for companies that want to establish accountability and due diligence in their supply chains for environmental or human rights reasons. So, the supply chain and all that transportation logistical stuff is going to go on the blockchain here. And the fact that VeChain is cited as an example, it just goes to show that VeChain is making huge progress in what they're doing, and they're becoming a household name. So, I love to see it. Demetrius Neocleus, I hope I pronounced that right, the VeChain ecosystem manager for, I believe it's Italy. And then this guy here, they sat down, they had a conversation about the real use cases of blockchain, and they dove deeper into the example of the hospital that is working with VeChain. But unfortunately, it's all in Greek. There are no subtitles. It's about a 30-minute long YouTube video. He did say if anyone from the VFam can help translate it, it'd be appreciated. But unfortunately, I'm not Greek. I can't speak Greek or read Greek, so can't do anything to help you guys there. But I will post that link in the description if somebody is Greek and wants to check it out. Next thing, the VeChain Foundation tweeted that they added Exchange V2 to the VeChain mobile wallet Discover section. So now, if you just open up your mobile wallet, you go to the Discover page, Exchange 2 or V2 will be right there and right in your face, and with a nice little tag that says "New." So pretty cool to see. And I just want to cover some other articles I saw that were pretty interesting, not related to VeChain. But the U.S. mega bank JPMorgan is looking to hire more blockchain talent. Some of JP Morgan's new blockchain related job vacancies seek candidates with experience in Bitcoin, Ethereum proof of stake consensus mechanisms. And then I believe it was just this past few days ago, JP Morgan announced that they're going to be offering crypto and blockchain services to their clients. So we got a mega bank, JP Morgan, really getting involved into the blockchain space, and they have their own little blockchain that settles payments called Onyx. So I would look into JP Morgan, keep an eye on what they're doing because what they're doing behind the scenes is huge. Next, Ethereum Improvement Proposal 3675 for the ETH2 merge launches on GitHub. So the proof of stake chain merge now has an Ethereum improvement proposal. So the time is coming for the ETH2 chain to go live for sure. And here is the countdown for the Ethereum fork and countdown for when the ETH2 chain actually fully goes live. When we move from proof of work to proof of stake. So we have 12 days essentially until the fork happens and proof of stake is fully live and the ETH2 chain is fully live. So it's coming, and I think this is probably going to be the trigger for the next run up. The first ETH2 depositing to make staking go live, and I think it was November or December, was the first leg up, and this is going to be the second leg up. That's my opinion, but we'll see what happens. And then lastly, Amazon is hiring a digital currency and blockchain expert, signaling a growing interest in cryptocurrency. And then it just goes on to say that Amazon's payments team is looking to hire a digital currency and blockchain expert, according to a recent job posting. And the posting signals that Amazon may be taking a more serious look at cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin. But then it goes on to say that Amazon doesn't accept any cryptocurrencies as payment for its products, but the fact that Amazon, huge, makes billions of dollars, is getting involved and they're hiring a digital currency and blockchain expert. Blockchain and crypto, it's here to stay, and it's going to be embraced by everyone whether they realize it or not. So again, just a cool little thing that I thought that would be interesting to touch up on. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at the Mr. Investor. I'll put all these links in the description for you guys. If you want me to look into something, find some information, dive deeper into something, just let me know, and I'll do what I can. But until next time, we'll see you then.